Imagine having the power to turn the tides, not of the sea, but of your own emotions. Welcome to a journey of self-discovery, where we'll explore the art and science of mastering our emotions. Our emotions, as complex and overwhelming as they may sometimes feel, are integral parts of our human experience. They are not our enemies, but rather, they're valuable tools that offer us insights into our inner world and how we relate to our surroundings. Understanding and mastering our emotions is not about suppressing them or putting on a stoic facade. On the contrary, it's about giving them their due recognition, understanding their source, and learning how to navigate through them in a healthy and constructive manner. When we master our emotions, we gain a profound understanding of ourselves, and we become better equipped to handle life's challenges. We become more resilient, more empathic, and more in tune with our authentic selves. It's like being the captain of a ship, knowing when to sail with the wind and when to adjust the sails to steer against the storm. But how do we achieve this mastery? Is there a secret formula or a step-by-step guide? Well, no journey of self-discovery comes with a predefined map. Each of us has a unique emotional landscape, shaped by our experiences, beliefs, and values. However, there are strategies, techniques, and insights that can guide us along this journey. One such guide is the book Master Your Emotion by Thibaut Maurice. In it, you'll find a wealth of knowledge and practical strategies to help you navigate the tides of your emotions. From understanding the nature of emotions to learning how to detach from them without denial or suppression, this book offers a comprehensive guide to emotional mastery. So, are you ready to embark on this journey? Are you ready to master the tides of your emotions and steer your ship towards a more fulfilling and authentic life? If so, let's dive in and explore the world of emotional mastery together. As we delve into the book Master Your Emotion by Thibaut Maurice, we find an insightful guide to this journey of self-discovery. Emotional intelligence is not just about recognizing our feelings, but also managing them effectively. Imagine, if you will, a world where we can navigate the vast ocean of our emotions with the precision of an experienced sailor. That's the power of emotional intelligence. It's like having a compass and a map for your feelings, allowing us to chart a course through even the roughest emotional seas. In Thibaut Maurice's enlightening book, Master Your Emotion, he breaks down the key concepts of emotional intelligence into three fundamental pillars: empathy, self-awareness, and emotional regulation. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's like having a radar that can detect emotional signals. This radar allows us to connect with others on a deeper level, to share in their joys and sorrows, to truly understand their experiences. Self-awareness, on the other hand, is about recognizing and understanding our own emotions. It's like having a mirror that reflects our emotional state back to us. This mirror helps us to identify our feelings, to understand their causes, and to anticipate their effects on our thoughts and actions. Emotional regulation is the ability to manage and control our emotions. It's like having a steering wheel and a set of brakes for our emotional vehicle. This wheel and brakes allow us to steer our emotions in the right direction, to slow down when necessary, and to avoid emotional crashes. These three pillars of emotional intelligence are not standalone entities, but rather, they interconnect and intertwine in a beautiful dance of understanding and control. They help us to navigate the complexities of our emotional landscape, to connect more deeply with others, to make wiser decisions, and to lead a more fulfilling life. Mastering emotional intelligence is like learning the language of the heart. It's about understanding the subtle nuances of our feelings, the ebbs and flows of our emotional tides, and the profound impact they have on our lives. And just like any language, it can be learned, practiced, and mastered. Our emotions don't define us. Instead, it is our perception of these emotions that holds the power. In the book Master Your Emotion, Thibaut Maurice emphasizes this very notion. He suggests that the key to emotional mastery lies not in suppressing our emotions, but in understanding and reshaping our perception of them. Consider a simple example from the book. Imagine you're stuck in a traffic jam. You could perceive this as a frustrating situation, leading to feelings of anger and stress. Alternatively, you could see it as an opportunity for some alone time, a chance to listen to your favorite music or an audiobook, transforming the experience into a positive one. The traffic hasn't changed, but your perception of it has, and so has your emotional response. Maurice uses this principle to explain how our emotional response to any situation is heavily influenced by our perception. We often believe that external events control our emotions, like the traffic causing frustration. But in reality, it's our interpretation of these events that ignites our emotions. When we change our perception, we change our emotional response. This is not to say that we should deny or suppress our emotions. On the contrary, Maurice encourages us to acknowledge our feelings, but not let them control us. Instead, we should question them, explore them, and most importantly, understand them. By doing so, we realize that we have the power to choose our emotional responses, rather than being at the mercy of our circumstances. Consider another example from the book. If someone criticizes you, you might initially feel upset or defensive. But if you change your perception and see it as an opportunity to learn and grow, your emotional response will also change, shifting from defensiveness to gratitude. This understanding of perception's power is transformative. It gives us the tools to master our emotions, to navigate through life with more resilience, and to experience a deeper sense of fulfillment. Perception, thus, is the lens through which we experience our emotional landscape. By changing our perceptions, we have the ability to change our emotions, and ultimately to master them. Our emotions are not mere spectators, they play a critical role in driving our actions. This profound truth underpins much of Thibaut Maurice's work in his book, Master Your Emotion. Our emotions hold a powerful sway over us. They can influence our decisions, shape our actions, and even alter the course of our lives. They are the unseen forces that push us to act, often without us even realizing it. They can spur us into action, fueling us with the motivation to pursue our goals, or they can paralyze us, holding us hostage in the face of adversity. Yet, it is important to remember that emotions, in themselves, are neither good nor bad. They just are. It is how we respond to them, how we let them drive our actions, that determines their impact. Emotions can lead us to act impulsively, making decisions we might later regret, or they can inspire us to act with compassion, to reach out and help others, to strive for our dreams, and to stand up for what we believe in. This is why it is so crucial to understand and master our emotions. When we allow our emotions to dictate our actions without understanding them, we risk letting them lead us astray. But when we harness the power of our emotions, understanding them, learning from them, and using them to fuel positive action, they can become our most reliable guides. Emotion-driven actions can be beneficial or destructive, depending on how we channel them. Anger, for instance, can drive us to lash out, causing harm and discord. But it can also spur us to fight against injustice, to stand up for ourselves and others. Fear can hold us back, keeping us from taking risks and pursuing our dreams. But it can also keep us safe, warning us of potential dangers. It all comes down to mastery. The more we understand our emotions, the better we can direct them towards actions that serve us, rather than those that harm us. This is the core message of Maurice's work, and an essential lesson for anyone seeking to lead a more fulfilling and emotionally balanced life. Emotions, when mastered, can become our most reliable guides. Detachment doesn't mean not feeling anything, it means feeling everything without being overwhelmed. In Thibaut Maurice's book, Master Your Emotion, he introduces the concept of emotional detachment, a fundamental technique in managing our feelings. This is not about denying or suppressing emotions, but rather about understanding them, acknowledging them, and then allowing them to pass without letting them consume us. Think of your emotions as a river. In emotional detachment, you are not trying to stop the river or change its course. You are simply learning to float on its surface, observing its flow without being swept away by the current. This is the essence of emotional detachment. One of the most significant advantages of this approach is the prevention of emotional burnout. When we become too entangled in our emotions, we often end up exhausted, drained, and unable to function optimally. By practicing emotional detachment, we can experience our emotions fully, but we also maintain a necessary distance that keeps us from being overwhelmed. Moreover, emotional detachment allows for a more objective perspective. When we're too close to our feelings, we might struggle to see things clearly. Detachment gives us the room to step back, analyze the situation objectively, and make informed decisions instead of impulsive ones. Remember, emotional detachment does not equate to emotional indifference or apathy. It's about being in control of your emotions and not letting them control you. It's about feeling deeply but not drowning. Now, it's important to note that mastering emotional detachment takes practice. It's like learning a new language or a new skill. It might be challenging at first, but with time and patience, it becomes second nature. In conclusion, emotional detachment is an art. It's the art of balanced feeling. It's the art of maintaining control while experiencing the full spectrum of human emotions. It's the art of living a more balanced, fulfilling, and emotionally healthy life. Emotional detachment, thus, is the art of balanced feeling. Knowing the theory is one thing, applying it is another. It's time now to dive into the practical strategies for mastering emotions, as suggested in Thibaut Maurice's enlightening work, Master Your Emotion. First up, we have mindfulness. This is not just a buzzword, it's a state of active, open attention on the present. When you're mindful, you observe your thoughts and feelings without judging them as good or bad. Instead of letting your life pass you by, mindfulness means living in the moment and awakening to your current experience, rather than dwelling on the past or anticipating the future. Next, let's talk about emotional labeling. This strategy involves identifying and naming your feelings. It might sound simple, but it's surprisingly powerful. By putting a label on your emotions, you start to separate yourself from them, which allows you to observe them from an objective standpoint. Then we have the strategy of reframing. This involves changing the way you perceive an event and thus changing the way you feel about it. For instance, instead of seeing a challenging situation as a problem, you could reframe it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Another practical strategy is physical exercise. Regular physical activity is a great emotional regulator. It helps reduce stress, improve mood, and enhance overall mental health. Whether it's a brisk walk, a yoga session, or a high-intensity workout, find an activity that you enjoy and make it a part of your daily routine. Lastly, journaling helps in mastering emotions. Writing about your feelings can provide a therapeutic release. It can also offer valuable insights into your emotional patterns, helping you understand what triggers certain emotions and how you can better manage them. Incorporating these strategies into your daily life may not be easy, but it's undoubtedly rewarding. They serve as a guide to understanding and managing your emotions, leading to a more balanced, emotionally intelligent life. Strategies for emotional mastery are the tools for building an emotionally intelligent life. With these tools at your disposal, you're well on your way to navigating the tides of emotion with grace and resilience. The journey of mastering emotions is not a destination, but a continuous process. This journey, as Thibaut Maurice highlights in his book, is characterized by persistence and patience. It's a path that requires constant learning, unlearning, and relearning. It's about understanding that emotions are not fixed, but fluid and subject to change. Emotional mastery is not about reaching a point where you never feel negative emotions. It's about learning to navigate the ebb and flow of these emotions, recognizing their transience, and using them as tools for personal growth. It's about realizing that emotions are not the enemy, but an integral part of our human experience. The journey is often challenging. It's like climbing a mountain. There will be moments of struggle, moments when you may feel like giving up. But the view from the top, the sense of accomplishment, and the personal growth that comes from the journey make it all worthwhile. Persistence is key. It's about not giving up when things get tough. It's about pushing through the discomfort and embracing the journey with all its ups and downs. It's about understanding that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities for growth and learning. Patience, too, plays a crucial role. Emotional mastery is not an overnight process. It's about taking small, consistent steps towards understanding and managing your emotions. It's about celebrating the small victories along the way and understanding that progress, no matter how slow, is still progress. Mastering your emotions has profound impacts on both your personal and professional life. It leads to better decision-making, improved relationships, increased resilience, and overall well-being. It empowers you to live life on your terms, not dictated by fleeting emotions. Remember, the journey of emotional mastery is not a linear one. There will be twists and turns, peaks and valleys, but each step you take, each emotion you acknowledge and understand, brings you closer to becoming the master of your emotional world. In the journey of emotional mastery, every step taken is a step towards a more fulfilling life. So embrace the journey, embrace the process, and remember, you are not alone. We are all on this journey together, learning, growing, and mastering our emotions one day at a time. Mastering emotions is not a skill reserved for a select few. It's a journey open to everyone. Imagine navigating your life with a compass, where emotions aren't controlling you, but instead you're controlling them. That's the promise of Master Your Emotion by Thibaut Maurice. This book isn't just a read, it's an experience. It's an invitation to dive deep within yourself, to uncover the layers of your emotional complexity. It's a call to action, to apply the strategies and insights it shares. Every page is a step forward in your journey of emotional mastery. The transformational potential of this book is immense. It could be the catalyst that sparks a profound change in your life. It's about more than just understanding emotions. It's about harnessing them, shaping them, making them work for you. Embark on the journey of emotional mastery today and experience the power of truly knowing yourself.